Today is day number 11 of the No Joke April Challenge, set up by Joe and Rachel of the two Krazy Ketos. They have tasked us with making a new protein dish every day of this month. And today it is flat steaks. Or it was skirt steak, hanger steak, whatever. They just said flat steak. We're gonna make a carne asada steak. I'm back here at the house so I can grill it up because I feel like that gives it the best flavor. We've let it marinate for around 3 hours and I'm fixing to toss it on the grill. Go.
It's early in the morning. We're making a marinade.
Morning marinade.
Well, and you want to start early because we like to let our marinade go for at least 4 hours. Sometimes a little over is okay, but close to 4 hours is good. So I've got my morning coffee because it's early. That's good stuff. Okay, for the marinade, for these carne asada, we started with half a head of cilantro, and I just roughly chopped it up with a knife. And then we're gonna get the rest of the ingredients all in a bag. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it in a bag, and then I can add my, what is this, a skirt steak to this, and then store it in the refrigerator that way. To me, it's just the easiest way of doing it. Sometimes I see people put it in a bowl or a cup and then they pour it over. I just throw it all in one bag. One less thing to have to clean up. I don't have to do the dishes because I'm just going to throw this away afterwards. So for our marinade, we actually got this from another YouTuber. His channel is called Sam the Cooking Guy. He has a lot of great recipes. He's not keto. He's just a great cook out in California, and he always has really good recipes. And so a lot of times we'll watch and we'll be like, okay, we can ketofy that, or we could, make that carnivore. And that's Delilah. She's thirsty too. She's having her morning coffee. So we saw this and we were like, oh my gosh, this sounds so good. Carne Asada Fries. Well, with keto, we're not going to do fries, we're going to do our chaffle fries. Hungry Heat's chaffle fries. So make sure you go to that video if you need to know how to make it. And then we're using the skirt steak and then our marinade that's going to give it a lot of flavor. So this is going to be awesome. So again, start with a half a head of cilantro. And then for my dry seasonings, I put it all in here. Actually, my sous chef, you might know him as Hungry Heat, he did this part for me because I hadn't drank enough coffee to be functional for this. So it's, it says a handful of brown sugar. We used our swerve. So I just did about 1/4 of a cup, a little less. And then we did a teaspoon each of our red minced real salt, as always, a teaspoon of the black pepper, and then a large heaping tablespoon of the cumin. I just love cumin. Such a good smoky flavor. And then we always use our little brush to get that in here. And then I'm just gonna kind of mix this together. Gotta break up the chunk of the brown sugar. I don't want that in one big glob, So since this is all dry, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of get it all mashed together. Break up that brown sugar clump. Oh yeah, that should have a nice little mix there. Yeah, perfecto, as my husband would say. Right, does that look good to you, dear?
Perfecto.
Oh goodness. Okay, let me get it back to my little seated bag here. So now we're gonna start with our liquid ingredients. So you're gonna need a half a cup of olive oil. This is where we get this at Costco, I think?
I think so, that big a jug.
Yeah. Well, World Market has a really good olive oil I've gotten before. I used to always buy that olive oil. And pour that in here. Let that drip, drip, drip. And then for our lime juice, oh goodness, oh, everywhere. Don't shake it up. Okay, for our lime juice, of course you could use fresh. Many of you know we don't. We just don't go through lime juice enough to keep fresh ones around. So I bought this. It was like on sale for $1, and it has on here 1.5 tablespoons is about the juice of 1 lime, and he says use the juice of 1 lime. So that's what I'm gonna do. Is there's 1 tablespoon, about 1/2. Okay, that's the lime. And then after that, the next thing we need, I picked it up. I don't know if we're gonna keep that little tab, but we might cut that open because I know down the line I'm gonna be like, how much was it again? So you're gonna need some soy sauce. So of course we're doing our liquid aminos, and it's 2 tablespoons. Somehow, see, more coffee. Oh, it's so good. Okay, all right. So 2 tablespoons, or 1, 2. Oh gosh, this could be so good. I could tell already with the little bit of a soy flavor, the lime juice. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be good. And then he says on here to do 3 large cloves of garlic. Well, we were at our Kroger yesterday, and they had the jars on sale. I was like, oh, that's pretty easy, because usually we use garlic powder, and I was like, well, why don't we do this and keep things up a little different? So, and it says on the jar, which this is nice, they actually printed it on the lid. They should have done that with the lime juice. Like, because who's going to keep this around? I mean, it's meant to come off. So we'll probably end up taping the little part that tells you how much is a lime. But on the jar, they actually thought for us. So a 1/2 teaspoon is 1 clove. So
yeah, I think we got that 2 for $3.
Yeah. Ooh. Woo.
Hello, that'll wake you up.
I'm saying. So we need 1.5 teaspoons to get us approximately the 3 cloves. So there's 1, 2-ish. We're generous here.
We love garlic.
Right? And it's the marinade, so it's just there to add flavor. Push some of that down. Oh, maybe we'll get a little bit of the juice here. Yeah. Woo! Smells some garlic. But that's pretty handy, you know, like for garlic, and you just store it in the fridge afterwards, so I'm not sad about that. Okay, so now we got, I'm just gonna move that out of my way. And then now I'm just going to go through and I mix this together in a little baggie. That looks good. Look at that, all nice and. I don't know if you do a facial with that, but my Spanish facial. More coffee. I'm almost out. That's a sad day, right? Okay, so we got the flank steak or skirt steak. It's one. Well, we just labeled it fajita, so it could be flank, it could be flat, it could be skirt. And we just this is our. We talked about Friday in our lives where we do have the food saver, and this is what we're talking about. This is the bag where you just kind of make it yourself and then zoom it, or heat it closed once you put it in. So we get these on sale. A lot of times you can find flank or fajita already on sale, you know, in the markdown discounts. And when we do that, we just grab it because we know we're going to have fajitas eventually. And so why not buy it when it's on sale? And then when we're ready, like today, and we're like, ooh, we're going to have some Carne Asada Fries. You know, the 2KK challenge is flat steak today, or flank. like, or the 500 other names it's known by. So I'm going to try not to make a big mess. But it's actually, so it's kind of like rolled up. Trying to unroll it here without, okay, there we go. So, wow, that's a nice big long piece. You see that? So I'm gonna put that in here and just kind of flow it in there. And sometimes you get this and it's like already cut into like smaller chunks, or you could always cut that into small chunks. But this is like perfect this way. And then I just kind of roll it in here since it is such a big piece. I don't want it to not have part of it in here. Trying to make sure it's all getting doused in that marinade. And then I'll push that in there. No, with my hands. Okay. And then I'm just gonna seal this bag up. Probably toss it a couple of times once it's sealed up. Just make sure everything's coated, but it looks like it's pretty well coated there. That looks awesome, actually.
So I've just turned on my pellet grill and set it to 400 degrees. As soon as it reaches temperature, I will grill up that carne asada. So, we got that marinated steak, and the grill is finally the temp, so I'm gonna chunk it on there. Trying to do it without getting dirty. Oh, that is so beautiful looking. I love that sizzle. And if y'all know me, I love my meat cooked to medium rare. So I'm not going to let this go very long. I'm going to walk inside, throw this away, and I think that should give me about enough time to come back and flip it over. Alrighty, it's been about 3 minutes. Ooh, smoke it in. I'm going to flip it over and let it cook for another 3 minutes.
Wow.
That looks amazing. Alrighty, I'm going to cut this in half so that it'll travel easier and fit on my cutting boards back at the hotel. And then, when you're cutting up fajitas and whatnot, you're supposed to cut this way across the grain, so this will help me do that. Look how tender that is.
Yeah. And what he was showing, you cut this way.
Yeah, I thought I did. I'm sorry.
Well, your arm was right there.
Oh, it's right in the shot.
You
I'm
did
sorry.
this way because but you want to cut this way. Oops. There you go, babe. Let me get this side. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Awesome. And we already got our foil laying out. So we can wrap it all up. Oh, that's perfect. So you're supposed to let flank steak, skirt steak rest.
Pretty much all steaks.
Yeah, rest for a good 5 to 10 minutes. So that'll be perfect for us.
And then I got this piece of Tupperware. I'm just going to pop this inside of there. That way when it's in the car, it doesn't drip everywhere. I'm not even going to put the lid on it. I'm just going to leave it open in the foil like that. And away we go.
For our Carne Asada Fries, I thought I would make a little Tex-Mex dip to kind of drizzle or just for dipping. It's always good, I think, when you have some type of fry dish to have some type of dip with it or sauce. So for this, you're just going to need some sour cream, of course, Hungry Heat's taco seasoning, a hot sauce of your choice, and a little bit of cheese. We're using our Colby Jack cheese. So I'm just starting with an ounce of Colby Jack,
And I'm just going to put this in my container. And then I'm just weighing everything, as I like to know exactly how much we're doing of everything. And then I need 4 ounces of sour cream. Probably not that much. $3.6. Oh, that's 4. And then they say, if you level off your sour cream, that it's supposed to prevent that from getting that liquid in there, but you got to make sure it's all even. So try to do that. Move that out. All right. So that's it for the sour cream, and then for Heath's taco seasoning, and you can go to hungryheath.com. And I don't think he's made a video. You have made a video? Okay, awesome. Made a video. But of course, in our upcoming cookbook, we'll definitely have this in there too. So I'm just going to put a teaspoon of that. And I think this really gives great Tex-Mex flavors. It smells so good. You can smell the cumin in there for sure. It's just such a great blend for anything Tex-Mex. So I thought that'd go great in our sauce. I'll put this here. And then I'm just using this Gringo Bandito. Any kind of smoky regular sauce should work. I find, like, he's not crazy about Tabasco because it's too vinegary. I didn't want a whole lot of vinegar in the sauce, but Louisiana would work well with this. And I'm just gonna do probably about a teaspoon. Put that in there. And then stir this all around and stir it all about. Oh, it smells so good. And then that little bit of the chunky cheese, I put just an ounce in there, just a little rough chop of it, little diced bits of cheese. So then when you're dipping or if you sprinkle it on top, you'll get those little bits of the cheese. And I mean, cheese is so good, right? The only thing better would be bacon, but we don't have any thawed bacon right now. And I don't know, I bet you could put a little bacon in this too. But I want to go ahead and get this made up so that it could be in the fridge, kind of marrying while we're waiting to get everything else cooked and ready. So, oh yeah, that looks good. Put that in there. So that's what it looks like. Kind of a nice, if you all watched the one video where we made the cane sauce, get that same kind of color, like a light pink color. Put that in there. I'm just gonna have a little taste here. Ooh, that's good. You get, you know, the sour cream is a little tangy, and then you get that cumin, which gives that smokiness. The hot sauce has a little bite to it. Very refreshing. This will be perfect to go with those fries. All right, we're all set.
So we're finally back at the hotel, and I got that carne asada steak right here. I'm just gonna open it up, let y'all get a peek at what it looks like. I've just rested for a little while, and now I'm gonna start. Oh, look at all that juice coming out of here. That's why I opened it up on top of the towel, and now I was gonna start slicing it up. Look at that. That looks gorgeous. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Oh, it smells fantastic. Look at all that juice. I think after I slice it, I'm gonna pour some of that juice back over the top of it. Look at that. I think it's perfectly cooked. All right, let me get the slicing. So what we got here is that whole piece of steak, this skirt steak that I cooked. And I've already cut it in half to make it easier to handle. But now I'm gonna cut it in half again, each piece, so that when I go to start slicing it, I can slice it against the grain. This is so that you can make the meat more tender. So now spin it and start slicing it. I'm really excited about doing this recipe. All right, now they're getting it all sliced up. I'm gonna add it all back to the foil pack, scrunch it up a little bit. We're gonna put that to the combination air fryer convection oven to heat it back up.
So I've got my air fryer set at 400. I'm just gonna stick it in here, probably like 2 minutes tops. So I always set a timer, and then we'll be back.
This
Yum.
is gonna be amazing.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I love the way that hot sauce smells.
So I've got that Tex-Mex, Hungry Eats Tex-Mex sauce, and I blopped some on top of mine. He decided to add some cheese to his.
Mm-hmm. And our original plan was to make my recipe for the chaffle fries. But at the last minute, our waffle iron decided not to work anymore. But Shelly came up with an awesome idea. She just poured it into a skillet and made it kind of like a pancake and then sliced them up into French fries. And it works perfect. These look good. They taste good.
Yeah?
Yeah. They're like really skinny, like fast food fries. They're awesome.
Well, that's because I didn't feel like getting out and having to go to like Target or somewhere.
Well, what I'll do is I'll look online. I'll find the best price for another one in Missouri.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a bite.
Hot sauce?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I just loaded up a bite with a little bit of everything on it.
Yeah. I'm going to get a French fry and just put it in that Tex-Mex sauce.
Oh, goodness. That's amazing.
Yeah, the fries turned out. And now I've got a piece of the fajita.
Let me try just the French fry on it. But I'll bet.
So that marinade, you can taste the sweetness.
Yeah.
Next time I would probably do like a tablespoon instead, because it's a bit sweet for my taste. But I like that savoriness from the cilantro, and then you get that garlic punch. It's a really good marinade, and I think it really helped the steak turn out like perfect. And it's really good. Like, we have a couple Tex-Mex joints we like to go to, and we've always enjoyed their beef fajitas, but honestly, the flavor on these is better than theirs. And it's a really good flavor. It's really got a like that kind of sweet and smoky flavor to it. And I think since you grilled it up, it then got that chariness, which gave it the smoke and fire taste to it as well.
I think it was the right way to go.
Mm-hmm.
But this sauce is amazing too. I think even if you're not keto and you just put regular French fries in this, I think it'll be amazing.
Yeah, that's really good sauce.
I think it'd be good too. We make we should make tacos with this carne asada, or any like even chicken, shrimp, whatever. Just put this on the tortilla, on the taco. I think that'd be good.
That would be. Yeah. So here's mine. Let me get a little smaller piece. I'm gonna have my beef that has the little bit of the stuff on it, the dip Tex-Mex sauce, and then I got my skillet fry.
That's amazing.
and it's a perfect bite. That's a really neat idea too, because most of the time when I think skirt steak, I'm thinking like fajitas. So we need a tortilla or a fajita bowl.
Or nachos.
Yeah, or nachos. It's really neat to kind of take it and then now make it into like fries and having it like a top fry. This feels like something you would get like at a restaurant as an appetizer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it does.
It's really good. Well,
And I've never actually made this or eaten this before anywhere. I just saw a video on it. And I was like, well, let's try it and see. I love it.
Well, I hope you like this video and let us know, what did you do with your skirt or flat steak today? And what do you think about this recipe idea? Is it something you would try as well? Leave us a comment and let us know. It's really important that we get those comments.
Yeah, please, chat me up. And click that subscribe button so next time we do something like this, y'all be the first ones to know about it. And make sure to smash that thumbs up, please. That really helps as well. And don't forget, every Friday night, 6:30 Central, me and this beautiful woman will go live and cook something up for y'all. And then we'll sit around, chew it up with you. Almost, I've had some of my viewers call it a potluck. It's what they feel like they're going to when they tune in. It's awesome. Like the last time we did it, we went almost 4 hours. We were done eating, and then we just sat around and visited with everybody. It was great.
Yeah.
We have so much fun with this. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.